it is. I'm back, Mac, aka your boy, and this is another installment of I Said What I Said, Don't At Me. And I know it's been a minute, uh, but let me explain, right? So I've been doing a few things with the Dad Felon family. So a lot of my podcasts that you have been missing are over there, right? Again, I cannot thank them enough for helping me out, kind of growing my audience a little bit. Um, and as a whole, we are trying to do something amazing. So again, if you are looking or have been looking for most of my podcasts, you can go over to wherever you search your podcast at or listen to your podcast at, stream them from, all that good stuff. Dat Feeling. Just search Dat Feeling on Spotify, Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, wherever. iHeartRadio, SoundCloud, whatever. I don't know who does podcasts, but if they do them, go there, search bar, type Dat Feeling podcast, and a whole plethora of good content will show up for you. All right, so do that for me, please. support the family. All right. As far as like where I throw my bonus episodes at on my own, I Said What I Said, Don't At Me. It's been a minute. I was in the middle of doing a 3-part sit down with my friend Denise. Only part 1 got on there, but the hard drive, the portable hard drive that I was putting the content and stuff on, it died. Right. I plugged it in and the computer couldn't read it no more. Like the drive wasn't spinning, none of that stuff. And I was so hurt because like I had my logos on there. I had my intro. I had other content that I was working on. The rest of the 3-part series with my homegirl is on there. So now I can't post that because it's gone. And like I was so hurt because I had so many things I was working on that hard drive, and now they're gone, right? So I was just like, you know what, fuck the podcast. Fuck the podcast. Fuck making videos, fucking creating content, fuck all that, because it's just gone. And a lot of people, they were just like, yo, where'd you back it up to? I was like, the hard drive was the backup. Like OneDrive and Google, Google Drives, like they only give you up to like 10 gigs for free. Then you got to pay for more. So at this point, it took probably this was last Saturday, I believe. So about a week ago this happened, and I was not feeling it. Like I thought that this was it. I'm not coming back. But like I just got too much shit in my mind to just not do shit. You know what I'm saying? Like in my mind, I'm thinking like I can't just sit here with these ideas. Like I'll sit there, be watching TV, be like, oh, you know what'll be dope this, or you know what'll be dope that, and I gotta do it. Like I just can't sit and not do it. So I'm back, and I paid my money to Google to get more space on my Google Drive so I can have something to back shit up to in case life happens, right? So that's where I'm back. I'm back here and I'm doing my thing, and I couldn't be more happier doing it. Move the mic closer. I don't know if y'all are hearing me or not, but yeah. So let's get into it, right? So as far as this whole coronavirus thing, me and the family's been staying safe. Work is doing what they can to keep us safe for both me and my wife, and I've just been sitting here, and the one thing that has come out of this is being able to find good shit to stream, right? Very good shows to stream. Most recently, what me and my wife are into is the 90 Day Fiancé thing on TLC. Now, before you start jumping to conclusions, give this show a try. Because if you, like, I'm usually not for messy, ridiculous stuff, right? And I know most of these reality shows are scripted, right? But this one, for some reason, is just hilarious to me because they find the weirdest people to put on it. It's not like normal people, their average person doing stupid shit. It's like stupid looking people doing stupid shit. So it's easier to believe that they're this stupid. If that makes sense, right? So on this, I'm sure most people have seen this, but if you haven't, quick premise. 90 Day Fiance is a show on TLC that follows couples and documents their journey of the whole K-1 visa, where they bring somebody from another country to the States and they have to be married within 90 days. And if they're not, the other person has to go back to their country, right? So now they have a kind of a spin-off of it called Before the 90 Days. So before the engagement process happens, before the K-1 visa thing happens, they have to, or they're going to go see their boyfriend, their significant other, whatever, in the country. So they're leaving the States to go hang out with them to find out if this is going to work, if they want to propose, if marriage is a thing that they're going to pursue, right? So the couples they have in this one, and this is season 4, by the way. So if you got Sling, Direct, On Demand, whatever, TLC go there before the 90 days, season 4, and right off the bat, they introduce you to this dude, Ed, right? 4'11" dude with no neck. I'll probably throw some pictures on the video, but this dude is something else. It's like him and the girl that he has been talking to online for 3 months, Rosemary, over in Philippines. And that's probably 1A or 1B of my favorite couple to watch on this show right now. Based on the fact that he is so awkward and Rose is so if you guys don't know, my wife is Filipino, right? So like when my wife gets mad at me, like she says certain things. And then when you watch this show, you see Rose and she says certain things to him when he makes her mad. And it's hilarious, right? The accent she has is funny to me because, like I said, like my wife doesn't have an accent that heavy, but it's like my mother-in-law, her accent was kind of heavier. But like I said, it's this whole thing. Like he goes there and he is shocked when he sees how she lives. He has to sleep. This man is like short, fat, out of shape. So they're walking the market. You know, it gets humid over there. He's sweating through his shirt. He's looking all kinds of messed up. But that whole thing is hilarious for me to watch. My second favorite couple on there is this lady Lisa and her homegirl, her fiance Usman, who is from Nigeria. And in Nigeria, he's like a celebrity, right? He's a music artist. His name is Soulja Boy, Soja Boy, right? Not like our Soulja Boy, not like Big Draco. But so he's out there. He's 30, she's 51, right? Oh, Ed and Rose, Ed is 54, she's like 23, right? So obviously these age gaps are ridiculous. But, she's an old white woman. He's a young black, dude. So she goes over to Nigeria to try to meet him, marry him, and bring him back to the States. So many obstacles in their way. She gets there and she's trying to run this man's life, like, cause he's a celebrity, so he has fans on his IG and stuff. She don't like it. Girls will be like, "Oh, you so cute." She'd be like, "Yo, who's this bitch?" Like real shit, right? And it's hilarious because, like, he don't need this. Like, it's obvious in some of these scenarios, like, Usman right now is willing to take this L to come to the States because he thinks in his mind he can come to the States and be the international best-selling artist, and you know what I'm saying? And he can't, like, because they play a couple of his songs on the show, and you're just like, this ain't it. This ain't it. But so they go through their shit. So that's like my second favorite couple. Those two there. And then there's a few more couples. But the one that pisses me off the most is this chick. Like, I'm not going to give you the rundown of all these cats, but the one that pisses me off the most is this black lady from Vegas. Her name is Yolanda. And she meets some dude on Instagram, right, named Williams, who lives in Manchester, England. And I'm going to keep doing, like, air quotes like this because this dude doesn't exist. She's low-key being scammed, doesn't know about it because she old as shit, right? Well, let me back. That's rude. She's 51. This dude Williams claims he's 40, right? She was married for about 30 years. Her husband has passed. Like he had kidney disease. He was in jail. He passed away. She and him, or he and she, however that, I don't know. I'm not the most grammatically correct person. They had known each other. They were together, dating and marriage, all that stuff for 30 years. She has only been with like 3 dudes in her life. So now that she's a widow, she went back out there on the Instagram. Some dude hit her up right out of nowhere in her DMs. Hey, you're beautiful. And I don't want to say like right off the bat that was suspicious because, it was. But she fell for it. And, for 7 months, they've been going back and forth. Like all the red flags are popping up. Like all the red flags. Like they were like, yeah, we can meet. Dude was like, hey, just send me money for the plane ticket. She was like, nah, I'm gonna just come see you. And he got mad, right? So first of all, if the dude's asking you to send him money to come see you, it's like red flag number one. Like you're gonna send him this money and ain't shit gonna happen, right? Red flag number two, they've been talking for 7 months, never FaceTime, right? Or they did FaceTime, like she would FaceTime so he could see the video and she couldn't see him. And she was doing like some weird sexual shit and he wasn't like returning the favor, like doing shit back visually and all that stuff. And his reason was the camera on my phone is broke, right? And she's like, oh, that's cool. You know what I'm saying? It's just, and she's like, oh, this dude got a British accent. And this man gets on the phone like, hey, baby, what is up? Like, it's like, yo, you wild. And her kids, like, she got like 6 kids. Her oldest kid is like 28, 29. And she's just like, mom, you being scammed. Her oldest son, mom, you being scammed. It's a whole thing. And it pissed me off because every time like solid concrete evidence show up, bam, this motherfucker ain't real. That can't be Williams. Williams never talked to me like that. We've been talking for 7 months. I've invested too much in this relationship. You ain't invest nothing but bandwidth. Bandwidth is all you wasted. You know what I'm saying? Like that shit's gone. It re-rolls every month. You got more bandwidth now. Like what is going on with you right now? There's no reason for you to be doing this at all. Like your kids who know more about technology than you is like, yo, there are shows on TV, mom, where this shit is real. There's a football player who made this shit famous. You know what I'm saying? Like this shit is not new, mom. This shit is what it is. But she don't want to hear it. She don't want to hear it. So it is what it is, right? It is what it is. She just gonna get scammed. But there's other couples on there who aren't as entertaining. And there's another sad dude from Vegas who goes to Ukraine to find some chick. And he's obviously being catfish too. So there's a lot of people being catfish and a lot of people telling them that they're being catfish and they're not believing it because they spent years, months in these relationships and they want to see where it goes, right? They're like, we're not getting this time back. I got to see where this goes. All right, bye. Have fun being disappointed. But that's what I've been on lately. And I mean, like I said, it's a trip. It is a trip. Outside of that, just not doing much. Sitting here watching how, you know what I didn't? I need to tell y'all something. I never realized how the lack of going outside, one of the main side effects in children of not going outside and not going to school is that they grow an extra stomach because these kids is out here. I say these kids, meaning mine. Forever eating. And not like forever eating food. It's like snacks. You know what I'm saying? Like if they're hungry, it's not like they go downstairs and they fix a sandwich or they do for like breakfast, lunch, dinner. Then like any hunger that hits them in between those 3 main meals, they just eat fucking whatever. Like, what are you doing in there? Like, we would eat dinner. Literally eat dinner. We're done eating dinner probably 8 o'clock, something like that. 7:30, 8 o'clock, whatever. My kids would come downstairs, and I would hear the pantry door open. And I'm like, what is happening out here? What is happening out here in this kitchen? and they trying to pop open cookies and shit. Oreos, it's 9:30. You trying to get some Oreos, my guy? Stop. Bro, drinks, like they drink everything but water. You wonder why they so thirsty all the time. They just sitting there chucking back juice, lemonade, tea. Like, bro, there's a whole water dispenser with a filter on this fridge. Can you please drink some water? Your body is craving it. That's why you coming down here drinking every 5 minutes. Bro, so I'm on this kick, right? Peach Crown and sweet tea. Gold Peak, right? Gold Peak sweet tea. Delicious. And so I find out about this mix. Because I usually just drink my Crown straight. But I dabbled with the Gold Peak, and I'm just like, yo, this is delicious. Like, so if I don't want to just drink straight liquor, I got a little mixer in it. You know, I can just sip on it and enjoy my night. So I come home with a thing of sweet tea, right? And it's not like we haven't bought this before, but it's been a while since we had sweet tea in the house. Probably a few months, right? So I bring it in, put it in the fridge, whatever, make a couple drinks. I'm feeling good. I go to work, I come back. Shit is on the counter, rinsed out, ready for the recycle bin. I'm like, what? What happened? Like, what? In my mind, this is me. What food was consumed during these hours of the day, i.e., 7:30 to 4:30, 7:30 a.m. to 4:30 p.m.? What food was consumed where sweet tea was the beverage of choice? I'm like, was y'all out here grilling? Where the ribs at? Where's the food? You know what I'm saying? Because cereal, eggs, toast, all that stuff, like sweet tea is not a breakfast food, right? So then lunch comes around. I'm like, PBJ. I'm like, what was y'all eating? Like, it wasn't no leftovers from last night, so it's not like they reheated dinner and then ate, drank some tea. Like, what was nothing? Nothing. I looked in the sink. I checked the dishwasher. Like, let me see what dishes. Like, is there a skillet that I missed? Did y'all make something? Did y'all bake something? No. Looked in the sink. A spoon, a knife, and with peanut butter jelly residue on it. So I know what they ate. I'm like, who is drinking sweet tea with peanut butter and jelly, man? Like, when there's milk right here. You know milk is the go-to. Milk is the go-to for the PBJ. And y'all ain't here drinking my tea just because it's in here. Like, they do shit just because it's there. Like, I don't even think, like, when they went downstairs, they're probably like, oh, my God. I hope we have milk for this cereal. And then they open the fridge and they see the tea. They're like, I'm going to just pour tea in my cereal. I swear that's what they do. They just like, I wonder what chocolate frosted flakes and Gold Peak sweet tea tastes like. That must be how the tea disappeared, because I don't see how you just drink tea when you're thirsty. Like, you can't just do that. Like, maybe you can. I don't know. Because when I was a kid, I would do that. Like, Kool-Aid, like, that would be my go-to. But then, like, certain things, like, I would try to do Kool-Aid with peanut butter and jelly. And I'd be like, yo, this is trash. Like, this is messing up the taste of the sandwich. Or either the sandwich is messing up the taste of the Kool-Aid. You just can't, shit just don't go together. But they don't care. They just gonna do it. Like, just drink your tea. Come downstairs, pour the biggest cup of tea. Like a fucking big gulp cup. No ice. Like, what are you doing? I bought that for me. You know what I'm saying? Like, why are y'all drinking my tea? Shit is ridiculous. Ridiculous. And like my homeboy, he mentioned, because we have first of all, yesterday we recorded a round table, me and a few other cats, homies from that feeling. And my homeboy Mark, I did an interview with him probably a couple weeks ago. He was like, yo, have y'all ever had that feeling where y'all in the supermarket and you see some shit that you be like, yo, that might be good, but then you don't buy it because you know if you take it in the house, the shit gonna be gone. Yo, it is crazy. Like, when you have homies, friends that got kids, and they share their parenthood struggles with you, and you just like, oh shit, it's not just me. You know what I'm saying? Shit was just, hey, has this ever happened to you? Hey, have y'all ever, all four of us, like me, Black Mac, and Wiz's Beast, man, we were just in there cutting up, talking about this stuff, man. Like it was supposed to be an interview with Wiz about as far as how he got into music and stuff, but when you got three fools in there, four fools all together in the chat, bro, it's gonna cut up. But then we got into some serious shit. But overall, it's just like, yo, he was like, yo, bro, there's times I bought some shit and left it in the car, and I would have to go to the car to get it in pieces because I could not bring it in the house. Cats was like, I'm hiding food in the drawer in my bedroom. And before y'all say shit, like the people without kids or the people with kids that don't have three stomachs at the time, I don't want to hear that. I don't want to hear nothing like, "Oh, you guys should just get your kids under control." Like, bro, you can't. Like, cause when you not at the house and your wife sleep cause she work at midnight shift, like they up while we sleep. They up, feet up like a paraplegic. Shout out to Lil Tunechi, aka Lil Wayne. But it's like, I go to work. I'm gonna put it like this. Sometimes I buy some stuff and I eat it, and then I go to work and I know it's not there. Like I'll make something good, like dinner will be bomb and there's leftovers. And I'm thinking, if I don't take some of this to work now, there will be nothing when I get home because my son will destroy it, right? My son is the skinniest fat person you will ever meet in your life. This dude can eat forever and not gain no weight. Like, I don't understand it. Like, he ain't even active. Like, for me, I was active when I was his age. And that's how I burn calories. This dude does absolutely nothing and gains no weight. I don't understand it. I don't understand it. We got a treadmill and we got a home gym down there now, so he working out a bit. But before, like, it was blowing my mind how this man would not gain any weight, and I was gaining all the weight. Oh, probably because I'm old, but it's whatever. But yeah, I don't want to hear none of this. You know, well, it looks like you need to train your kids better. Like, kids is gonna eat. Like, if you ain't there and nobody's watching them, they gonna try and do what they gotta do to get away with shit, man. Like, they be like, Dad ain't come home to 4:30. I'm gonna eat this. I can't regurgitate it, so it's gone. Like, I ain't gonna beat my kids because they ate cookies. I'm gonna just be like, yo, I guess we ain't buying cookies no more. That's where I'm at. That's how I'm fixing it. Like, bro, when I order shit Uber Eats, like, it's like one meal. Like, they see the McDonald's dude roll up, and it's like a Big Mac meal. And they're like, where's mine? I'm like, bro, y'all live in that pantry. Go find something. Go create. Fucking go Lego build something out of that pantry and eat. Because this is mine. I'm tired of spending all this money. Like, if I get something that I want, like, it's just going to be me. Like, I'm going to bring it in the house, make it, eat it. Because I can't save it. Because they going to eat it. Shit is wild, man. Like, why are y'all so hungry? What else? What else been going on? I've been watching, so the draft happened. NFL draft. Not to go sports heavy with this, but regardless of the shirt, you see the shirt, it says Arizona Cardinals, all that stuff. I bought this to troll a friend who came to watch a Falcons Cardinals game. But I'm a Panthers fan. I'm from my what you call it? My dad was in the Marines, military brat for the most part of my life, and I have moved a lot. So it's not like I really have a place where been like, I am from here, because I'm from all over. Mom's family's in South Carolina. Dad's family's up in Chicago. My dad was stationed between North and South Carolina most of the time, so I consider, that's where most of my teams are at. And then we moved out to California. That's where I did high school and graduated at. Met my wife, all that stuff. So piece of my heart in California, piece of my heart over there in the Carolinas, right? So that's where my teams come from. But anyway, Panthers, they just went all defense in this draft. Not sure how I feel about it. Again, most of y'all aren't really into sports, but I am low-key coming to terms with what they did in the draft because our defense was suspect. I thought our biggest issue was our offensive line because our quarterbacks were getting sacked all over the place. It's been an issue for a while. That's why we lost Super Bowl 50. Hurts my heart, but it is what it is. We're making all these moves, signing a lot of undrafted free agents, and I'm just trying to see how it works out. New coach, new defensive scheme, new offensive coordinator. So I just got to give it a shot, see how it goes. But I was utterly upset that we're not drafting offensive linemen. We're signing the scraps. You know what I'm saying? So that's what that is. What else? What else has been going on? I had something else on my mind that I didn't. Oh my God. Hold on. My son is banging on this door. Anyway, sorry about that. Had to go in anyway. What was I talking about? Oh, The Last Dance. Documentary on ESPN. Comes on every Sunday. Talking about the Bulls and their final season together when they won their sixth championship. But then they kind of go into the past of some of the players. Talking about the obstacles they overcame and kind of the behind the scenes things that was going on in the front office. But overall, pretty good documentary. I recommend it, even if you're not a sports fan. It's just a good insight, good character piece on some of the players. I was about to say some of the characters. Character piece with some of the characters, right? But so I've been doing that. That's been a Sunday thing. I've been watching these IG battles live, all that good stuff, and yeah. So I've just been pretty much keeping to myself. Like I said, just thinking of things to do, thinking of skits and stuff. I keep saying that. So here's the thing: these guys who be doing skits on YouTube and stuff, like they got people to help them out, people to like film, edit, all this other stuff. They got a full team, so they don't got to play the same person, all this stuff. So I don't have that, right? I mean, I got these kids, but they're not really interested in the things I'm doing. Like if I'm just like, hey, can you hold the camera while I do this? Why? Like, fine, be gone. So I gotta be creative with how I do stuff, and I got some plans, and I got some ideas. Like when I write skits, like my whole idea, I draw it out, I write it out, and it looks amazing. Like in my head, boom, I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna shoot it from this angle, this, that, and the third, and then from that, I have to limit it down to what I'm capable of doing as a crew of one. You know what I'm saying? So to be able to capture different angles, be multiple people, and things like that. So I got to, in my head, like this is how it works. Grand idea. I'm just like, oh, this will be hilarious. This, that, and the third. But then I got to wither it down. Okay, so instead of having this many people, can the premise of this thing be done with just, at a minimum, 2 people? Like me playing one character and me playing another character. Because if that's the case, cool. But if it's like more than one person, then I got to wear like, get 3 different shirts, edit 3 different clips, edit 3 different... I mean, it's a lot of shit. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of stuff that goes into that. So I'm looking at it like I'm limiting what my ideas are, but as long as it gets out there, it increases the chances of other people seeing it, and my idea is growing. spread it out there, and it may make it capable one day for me to actually put the whole thing together as originally planned. You know what I'm saying? So there's that. Um, Let me see. Um, so I've been trying to avoid talking about this, but I feel like it needs to be said. Um, it's it may step on people's toes, right? But I feel as if if you know me, then you'll understand that this is coming from a place of genuine care and not spite, not being petty. Even though if you do know me, I love to be petty, but this isn't one of those times. So, I when I first started doing this podcast, I did an entire episode of letting people know what friends I have, and if they had a business or any kind of platform that they're trying to advertise or anything like that. I did a whole episode putting them on, telling you where to find their information at. I did timestamps for stuff. I mean, it was a whole thing before I had this full setup, right? I was just on my phone talking about it, and then I just uploaded it, right? And I did that not for any kind of cloud. Like, I didn't want them to pay me. Like, there were people who were like, "Hey, we can throw you a couple $100, this, that, and the third." And I was just like, nah, it's just on the house. I just want to put my people on, right? And with that, it was like, all right, we out here. Like, let's all go forward together. Like, hey, I'm putting you on. Hopefully anybody who's listening to my platform hears this and is just like, oh, Max said that, this person here does this service or that service, or you know what I'm saying? And you get some business from it. Now, I know my audience ain't broad. Like, I ain't no Joe Rogan experience. Ain't nothing crazy like that. So it's not like your brand is getting way out there. But what listeners I do have, that is going out there, they're hearing it. And I mean, maybe they check the page, they do stuff. You know what I'm saying? So, but from that, I'm always looking at and looking for individuals who are doing I don't want to much call it a side hustle, but I mean, I guess the better way to explain it so people understand, because everybody has one job and then everybody has something on the side or whatnot. I guess mostly that would just pertain to my military friends, but people outside the military, that's their thing. Like, they're just trying to earn their money, and that business is how they do it, right? People who are on social media trying to become an influencer or whatnot. I'm there for you. If I know you, I'm gonna put it out there, and maybe somebody will check out your IG or your YouTube or whatever. But that's what it is. And I will say that there's an individual lately who has been, I don't want to say individual. How about we just do this? If you have a business and it's mainly being publicized, advertised, you're getting the word out there using your social media. And I have already put your brand out there. I've already shared. I, jump into your lives when you're going live, things like that. I'm not going to say it is required or expected that you show the same kind of enthusiasm with my shit, because it's not, right? Let me explain. I know that this podcast has a small audience, right? Hopefully it's growing. But I know it's not big. I know it's not momentum, because like, people aren't approaching me for ads, right? Like, I'm not getting ads from companies to read on my podcast. However, what audience I do have I like to feel like they listen to me because they value what I have to say or that I entertain them. Either way, as long as you're getting something out of these podcasts, I appreciate you taking the time out. People who follow me on the Facebook on my pages, Mac aka your boy, and then my page dedicated to the podcast, I Said What I Said podcast. And then same thing on YouTube, right? And Instagram. I try to make sure that if you are doing anything, that I share it to those things, that I make people, the people that have my ear or the people whose ear that I have, I try to ensure that, hey, here's another friend who's doing whatever, right? To me, I would think if you see me doing that effort to put your shit out there, I would expect you to do the same, reciprocate. I'm not asking you to subscribe to shit. I'm not asking you to give me no money. If you feel the need to donate, cool. If not, whatever. Like, whatever I'm doing for you, the least you can do is that. You know what I'm saying? I know it sounds like, oh, well, don't share my shit. Because I'm not like, all I'm asking you to do is just share the shit. That's it. And I feel as if it's I'm trying to figure, like, the words in my head, like, I want to say mean shit, but I don't want to come across like that. I'm sharing your shit out the goodness of my heart, right? I'm not sharing it with the expectation that you're going to do it. However, if I shared it and you're not sharing mine, you're not like sharing the link to the podcast or anything like that, cool. I'm not coming at you angry. The shit that kind of pisses me off is like when you come back and you ask me to share your shit again, right? At that point, I'm just like, why should I share your shit again if I already did it and you didn't, reciprocate? Like, I'm not going to sit here and be your free advertising over and over, right? Unless I am like 100% like believing in the shit that you do. You know what I'm saying? Like the Cats of Dat feeling, right? They do these podcasts. I put them out. I share them because I like them. I believe in the direction that they're going. And then when I put a podcast out, they sharing the shit too. Because we're in this mindset, like when one of us catches on and gets an audience, starts getting a footprint in social media or whatever other endeavors that we're on, like we're going to use that to help the rest of us grow our audience as well. So it's like a team effort at that point. There are friends that I have who have these businesses and they keep grinding. They keep, perfect example, my homeboy Scoob, right? He has a podcast, Lions Den Podcast. Check it out. Wherever you stream your podcast at, just search Lions Den Podcast. He has a page on Facebook, Lions Den, all that stuff. Just search for it. It's good stuff. It's kind of almost the opposite of what mine is. Like, I get on here, I'm petty, I'm messy, I'm just real, my thoughts only. He's more of a, I'll sit down, I'll have, different points of view on it. I'll have guests on there who are experts in the subject that we're talking about. So some more sit down, more professional, personal improvement podcast. So just check that out. I listen to it. It kind of balances out my life. But again, he shares my shit, I share his shit, But if it's like a business and it's more like money driven, like I'm not really going to flood my Facebook page, my Instagram page. I don't want to flood my listeners and people who follow me, my followers, with, buy this, buy this, buy this. And then people get upset, right? Like people's pages will have thousands of followers, right? Thousands. And then they're like, I have all these followers, but nobody's commenting on my stuff. Nobody's sharing. I'm not getting a whole lot of engagements on my page. I'm going to have to block some of y'all. I'm going to have to unfollow y'all, or I'm cleaning up my list, all this other stuff. Like, cool, But I mean, if I'm a follower and then the person I'm following is like, people aren't commenting enough, you got to get out of here. Now I'm feeling like, is there a quota? Like, do I have to comment or like or share X amount of posts a month so I don't get cut off? Like shit like that is not cool to me. It looks like you're being desperate. Um, like to me, if I had that many followers and people were not engaging and all this other stuff, I would just think maybe there's another way for me to post better stuff to get engagement from these people. Um, Probably looking at it like, did you guilt most of these people into following your page? Like, of these 5,000 people, how many really fuck with you? You know what I'm saying? Like, or were you just spamming people shit to the point where they're just like, all right, fuck it, I'll follow you, so I quit getting this shit, you know? But I'm looking at that like you got thousands of viewers, followers, and on my page I got like 270, right? And then you keep reaching out to me like, hey, like you don't even reach out to me like to check on me, like, hey, how you doing? How you and the fam doing stuff? Be like, hey, I'm like, yo, what's up? You know, and they'd be like, yeah, I'm just relaunching my shit. I'd love for you to be my first customer, all this other stuff. I'm just like, my guy, come on. No. No. Like, for me to spend money for your shit, I have to fully, like, if it is not a service that I need, I'm not just going to throw money at it. You know what I'm saying? If I ever do need your service, you will be the first one I go to. You know what I'm saying? So it's like my homeboy Pitt, he has a clothing line, right? Brain Shack. I need a t-shirt. I see a t-shirt I like, I buy a t-shirt from the dude. You know what I'm saying? I'm not fully, updated my wardrobe with just straight Brain Shack shit, right? But I mean, it's like if I need a shirt, I'm sitting there looking. Brain Shack, my homeboy Stu, he got one. Blanco Quesar. My other homeboy Will, he got one. Triumphant Kings. Like I have friends who are trying to get in the clothing business, and if I'm looking at their page and I see, oh shit, I like that shirt or I like that hoodie, I'm gonna buy it, right? Like if there are certain things that people are doing that I don't need, the services that you are asking me to support, I will support with a share, right? I'm not going to support it monetarily because I don't need it. And I want you to do well. So I will share your business. And if anybody I know needs that business, hopefully they turn to you to get your service. But there's a line where, like, after I shared your shit so many times and you keep coming to me like, here, do this, or hey, link, like, I'm not, like, just because I am your friend and I have friends who follow me and listen to this and they don't share my podcast, I'm not hurt. I'm not hurt. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's cool. Like, that just drives me to be like, maybe I should do something better. How can I make this better to the point where people listen to it and they're just like, yo, I want other people to hear this. I want other people to hear this opinion, all this other stuff, right? Because I know it's hard, man. I know it's hard. Trying to get your foot out there and trying to get known, social media, all that other stuff, man. Trust me, I know it's hard. And you see other people who make it look easy. It's not easy, right? And I know that. And other people just expect it to just come easy. Like, boom, I got 5,000 followers. My page should be blowing up. And it's not. And it's not anybody's fault, but the creator of the page, the content creator, the person in charge of that. Like, you got to check and see, what can I do to make it more interactive? Like, you post certain things and they get more hits, keep posting those things, right? You posting some serious stuff, it don't get no hits like that, figure out a better way. Either that or just accept the fact that the people who like, the few people who do continue to fuck with your content, sharing it, all that stuff, just because it ain't the full 5,000 and it's only like 80 people who are sharing that shit, those are the 80 people you should probably be tuned into, right? Tuned into. They fuck with you regardless. So it don't matter what the other people do on your page. A lot of people get that shit in their head. Like, they just see big numbers and they think that should translate to certain shit, to the point where they're disregarding the people who really fuck with them. Like, you got 5,000 people on your page, 42 people comment, like, and share your shit. You mad about the other fucking 4,000 some odd people. You ain't even giving props to the 42 people who are liking your shit. And that's where you fucking up at. Like, because the other people aren't commenting, you in here like, time for me to start editing and making my circle smaller, this, that, and the third. And like, the person who been commenting and riding with you from the start is like, well, fuck me then, right? Like, I get no, hey, thanks for commenting, thanks for supporting me, thanks for this. All they see is when they go to your page, you mad about the other people not liking your shit. Fuck them then. You know, you ain't got to announce you cutting them off. Cut them off. Because the people that really fuck with you, they're going to be the ones to help your shit get out there and grow. Because they really believe in your shit. And when they talk about you to other people, they will believe in your shit. They're going to say, hey, she knows what she's talking about. He knows what he's talking about. This man is great. He's helped me on this level. This woman is knowledgeable. She helped me on this level. That's the shit you need to focus on, instead of worrying about the big numbers and shit. A lot of people be hooked up on that, man. Like, I be watching people's IG live, and most of the people, they just be like, you know, I'm going to just wait for more people to get online, right? And they got 10 people sitting there like, I'm here. Like, people just can't sit here and look, like, get on there, and the 10 people that are fucking with you, they watching. Interact with them. You know what I'm saying? And then as more people get in, like, just interact with them. Everybody just want this big ass number. Like, it don't work like that. Like, you got to work for this shit. You really do. And like, I know I'm inconsistent with how I get the podcast out there, because life happens. And because I'm inconsistent, that's probably why the followers and shit ain't growing. So I know myself, I just got to be more consistent with getting shit out there for y'all. You know, like, I was all about just doing 30-minute podcasts when it's just me by myself. But now I'm on this high right now that I have to talk about shit. Like, I'm just like, I got to get this off my chest, because it just hurts me so bad when I see that, man. It just hurts me when people think that it's easy. Like, there are people who have approached me for shit that I will not share, i.e., the World Ventures thing, right? I don't know if you know about it, Google it, but it's like a whole, like, people get upset when you say pyramid scheme. But pretty much, somebody, you sign up with them, you're paying like $250 a month or some shit like that, $50, I don't know. You're paying a monthly fee that goes into a thing that goes towards discounts, towards your travel and all that stuff. Like, just look it up. People swear by it. I'm not one to partake in that, because I see it as me losing money on something. But like, that's how I feel about it. So when people approach me about it, like, hey, are you interested? I tell them no, right? And it's like, it's one of those things where I just let them know up front, no, I'm not a big fan of this. You know, I've been approached by World Venture individuals that are trying to pitch it to me more times than I can count. And more recently, last November, you know, where somebody was just like, hey, I want to talk to you about something, chop it up. And then, hey, this is the Zoom thing. And I jumped in there, and it was a dude preaching about World Ventures and how he makes millions. And he was able to get out the military. And he has 2 homes, one in Hawaii and one in Florida and all that. I'm just like, I could care less. But I sat in there and I listened to the pitch. And then at the end, I was like, no, thank you. You know, just because my friend was the one who put this together, got that dude, took time out of his day to throw the pitch. So I wasn't going to be rude and just be like, bloop, disconnect. I listened to it. Then I was just like, no thanks. You know, so, but it's just, I don't know. It's just a fickle thing, man. Like, it hurts me, like, because I'm out here trying to do the same. And like, your page has all those followers, mine does not. Even from the 270 I got, not a whole lot of people comment on my shit, but it is what it is. Like, I'm not gonna downplay the people who do comment. I'm not gonna downplay the 260 some odd people who follow it. I'm just not. Like, I feel like when you sit there and you alienate people like that, your followers, like, they just gonna be like, well, fuck it then. Fuck it, right? I mean, it's all metrics. Like, you got 5,000 people. Like, Facebook is gonna look at it and be like, oh, she has 5,000 followers, and like whether they interact or not, like, I don't know how the metrics go, but at least you got the 5,000. Facebook may look at it and be like, hey, let's throw some ads on your page, and you may get some money from that shit. I don't know how all that works. I'll find out when I get there. But that's just something that's been fucking with me, probably for like the last 2 weeks. I will just say this: I am more than happy to promote your business, but I'm not like a recurring commercial. Like, I'm just not gonna keep sharing your shit, and you're not sharing my shit, right? I'm not saying you have to share it, but just know if you're not sharing, if me and you are not trying to work together to put each other up, I'm not gonna be the one always throwing you trying to promote your shit, and I'm not seeing anything in return, right? I got better things to focus my time on than growing your business. If you need my help that bad to help grow your business, how about you help me grow my shit? Is all I'm saying. Because that's what friends do, right? Either way, I'm gonna go ahead and end it because I'm getting all serious and shit. Y'all take care. Stay safe out there. Hopefully, they start reopening stuff and everybody gets back to their norm in a bit. But until then, please take all precautions. Do not put yourself at risk. I know everybody's putting, how high the number is of people recovering from this stuff, but I've known people personally who are affected, have been affected by this, and have lost people to this. So for every post that's just like, look how easy this thing is to beat. Like, over 1 million people have beat this. There's tens of thousands of people, hundreds of thousands of people who have not beat it. And then millions of people who are affected by those hundreds of thousands who have not beat it. So just keep that in mind when you're trying to downplay how serious this is, all right? So with that being said, if y'all need anything, please holler at your boy. Stay safe. Y'all take care. Peace.